So hello everyone, happy Halloween. Tonight is opening night of Halloween Horror Nights, and this year I have something very, very special for you guys. Now that I am the leader of HHN Rumors, I have been invited to attend as media tonight for opening night. So a big thank you to Universal for having me out. I'll talk more when I'm in a less crowded space. But we're headed upstairs to check out the Jacked Up experience as our first activity of the night. We're gonna get some food, we're gonna get some drinks, plus we're gonna get to see all the houses, the Scarezones, the shows, and I'm gonna be allowed to film in the houses because I'm here as media tonight. Let's get upstairs, get checked in, and start this night. So all checked in upstairs at Cabana Bay, waiting for our chance to go in and check out the Jacked Up experience. So it's upstairs at Cabana Bay where they had the Stranger Things experience a couple years ago. So let's go see what Jack has in store for us. We are inside.
Alright, keep it moving, keep it moving.
All of Jack's goodies.
You guys know Jack loves nothing more than blending up people, right? So this is what we got right here. So, if you guys want to, what you can do is blend yourself up with this big red button. So, go for it.
There's Jack with his blender right there.
Go for it.
Did you miss me? Welcome, boys and girls. I win.
Alright, so this is the end of the experience. You come in, get a little message from Jack. See the man himself. Wouldn't be opening night if it wasn't pouring. We are on our way inside. The greatest horror night fashion. The poncho plus the pumpkin mask. Horror Nights 30. Here we go. Now, as you can tell, it's raining, so it's going to be an empty Scarezone. And we get all the sound effects. Hi, Julian. I missed you. Checking out the goodies. Some desserts. We got the vegan brownie scones. Ooh, look at those. And of course, Frankenstein as well. So as you can tell from the previous clips, I'm going to do this because I'm in a corner by myself. It is very rainy tonight, so Scarezones are currently closed. They've brought us into horror makeup and we're having a little food and drink reception. I'm over here chilling with the Phantom. So time to try some foods. I saw they have the squash dish here and I've been very interested to try that. So I want to try the pumpkin guts, I think it's called. looks delicious, so time for a food break. Okay, so we've got the pumpkin guts. Give that a try. And we've got the donut burger. I'm a little scared of it, but we're gonna give it a go. And we've got Mel's as a background. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I hear the beautiful sound of chainsaws. The actors are on their way back out. Okay, so thoughts on food. I tried it. I don't think a donut burger is my thing. I think the sweet and salty combo, not for me, a little too sweet, but the squash pumpkin guts, delicious. Highly recommend it. Absolutely order this again. I love squash. Squash is on the bottom. I think it's a delicata squash. So good. So this would be one I would order again. The donut burger, try it to say you've done it, but a little too sweet for me. But this one, A+. So now we have the Poison Tea Party, based on Haunting of Hill House. And the Poison Tea Party happens in the Red Room. So let's see how it tastes. Let's try it, see what we think. Trying to do pinkies up for you guys. Ooh, it's actually not bad. For a pre-mixed drink, I would actually order this again. And I usually don't love the pre-mixed drinks, but this one, very good. So if you're gonna get a Blinky Cup drink, this might be the one for you. I hope it always has the cute garnish in it because it's adorable. So this is based on there's happening, everything's happening. Definitely glad they're getting creative with the drink types this year and offering something other than just like the punch flavored drinks, because I'm not a really fruity drink person, and this actually tastes like delicious iced tea. So nice hidden alcoholic beverage. Yep. And this is our final item, the Bride of Frankenstein dessert. Woo!
Okay, everyone, just stay where you are. Don't move, all right? Oh my God. This isn't right. Hello? Can we get some lights on in here, please?
gumshoe in a city 2 heartbeats from going belly up. Moments later, those ghoul-faced slags showed up. And I ain't no Moments later, those ghoul-faced slags.
What hole did you climb out of? You brought the ugly, I'm bringing the lead.
Someone on the trail led you to the warehouse.
Dance with me.
Something that's basic. I thought I'd take again.
Just the place.
Bunch more walkthroughs of that to get any sort of sense of everything that was happening, but I already love it. Ending with that legendary truth sign, perfection. I'm here for it.
So the next house we're going to be going to is Universal Monsters, Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah. Now if you recall from the Universal Monster movie in 1935, we're picking up right where we left off, where Frankenstein is trying to be accepted by society. And of course, Dr. Frankenstein says, hey, I got a great idea. Let's build you a bride. He builds the bride, and then of course, she rejects him as well. And he says that famous line, "We belong dead," and flips the switch, and the castle comes crashing down. And the bride asks herself a question that we all ask at 2 in the morning at every nightclub. Should I get back with my ex? So she grabs Frank's body out of the rubbish, goes in, and actually kidnaps all of Dracula's brides. Now why Dracula? Because his blood is immortal. So he has that immortal blood, so must his wives. She kidnaps them, she takes the blood in the hopes to reanimate the love she once had and never knew. Are you guys ready to go inside?
Yeah!
Beautiful!
Next up, Bride of Frankenstein lives.
Die!
about to go into Texas Chainsaw Massacre now.
Is a weapon.
icons and icons.
I missed the Bloody Mary part.
I'm gonna live in that house. So good. That finale scene, and Brittany's gonna lose her mind. I already know it. Brittany's gonna lose her mind in one scene. Just, woo, A+ on that one. We are going through Seek and Destroy, and the actors are out now because it's not raining, so.
I am your God. I am your salvation.
I think she just joined our tour. No time for camping scare zones here. No time for camping scare zones tonight, but you guys know I love camping scare zones. I'll be back next weekend for a whole lot of scare zone time and really soaking up all the scare zone atmosphere. Tonight, speed run, but next week, scare zones. Next up, Gorewood Forest. That's terrible. Oreo milk.
Yeah, you must fucking dead.
Like a hot mess because it's been raining most of the night. I had a poncho for most of it, but let's talk about what we did. So at the front of the park, we basically did all the front houses really quickly. So we did The Bride Lives, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tooth Fairy, and Icons back to back to back. They were really good. I am thrilled. It's a little weird going through the house for the first time while filming because I'm trying to take it all in and go slowly, and so I'm not really experiencing it as a guest. Tomorrow I'll get my first guest experience where I can just absorb it all, but I think this is going to be a really good year, guys. Obviously, I didn't see The Bride Lives or Tooth Fairy last year. I did not come to Horror Nights Light, so this is my first experience with them. I liked them. Yes, there is plexi or vinyl throughout the houses. Yes, it means the actors can't get straight up in your face like typical years. However, it hasn't taken away from the experience for me. It's an abnormal year. It's going to be an abnormal event. I've been totally fine with it. Do I want it like that every single year? No. Has it taken away from my experience tonight? Again, no. In the future, the actors will be right back out there, getting in our faces, scaring us, but for everyone's safety, I'm totally fine with the vinyl, and it hasn't been a big deal at all. The houses, I feel like the scenic for all of them is fantastic. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not my thing. I thought it was better than the 2016 house, though. I thought it was a little more creative, so I like that. However, the other four we've seen, I think I'm gonna love all of them. The Bride Lives, I can see why everyone loved it last year. Tooth Fairy, I like the concept. I think it's gonna be kind of low on my list, but Icons, just absolutely beautiful. I love it. I need to go through it 1,000 more times. We saw the Caretaker at the end. Caretaker had the throne, and it was amazing. That throne room, perfection. Just as a Horror Nights fan, that house was everything. So we're taking a little break. I think we're gonna go through the last 5 houses back here in the back. Not sure what else we're gonna do. I think we're eventually gonna have some free time, and I'll probably do scare zones at that point. But wow, I think this is gonna be a really good year, guys. It is very busy. Tonight was sold out. I don't know if that's sold out as the same numbers as previous years would have been sold out. It does feel busy, but not as busy as I was expecting. I haven't seen any wait times because we've been going in through exits and everything, so I don't really know what the wait times have been tonight. Maybe I'll get to see some in a bit, but I think it's going to be a really good year, guys. See if you can guess what house is next. Into Beetlejuice we go.
Come on in and see it. Hey, giving up now. You got redeeming possession with every exorcism. You just can't beat that. Hey, look at that. We even shop at the same store. Oh, man. I've never looked better. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm feeling the love all the way up here, baby. Come on in and see me, folks. Oh, yeah, man. I'm the afterlife leading bio-exorcist. I'm the ghost with the most, man. Look at that. We're shopping at the same store.
Like paperwork to do.
Coach, I don't think we survived that crash.
Will you guys shut up and leave me alone? I got all this paperwork to do.
Strange and unusual.
Hey, a bunch of losers! You wish with the professional here. Oh yeah, here I Come on, kids.
You?
What are we gonna strike a deal with you Come for your donation. Be your wedded wife. Oh, wait, she's a little bit nervous. Maybe I should answer for her, okay?
I'm Lydia Dietz, and I'm of sound mind. The man next to me is the one I want. You ask me, I'm answering. Yes, I love that man's mind.
I'll tell you, nothing at all. That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do it.
And now,
He's closest. Good hand.
welcome to Pill House.
That's not wrong.
Rest break. So I thought I'd come over and see these guys and talk about Beetlejuice and Hill House. So Beetlejuice, it's cute. If you love the movie, you're going to enjoy the house. Is it the scariest house? Definitely not. If you're really afraid of Halloween Horror Nights and you want to ease into the event, Beetlejuice is the way to go. Super easy. It's a fun, enjoyable experience walking through the movie, not really that scary. Hill House, on the other hand, very scary. I just finished binge watching the show, so I'm very familiar with everything. I don't know how well it would translate if you haven't seen the show. I thought it was very scary knowing who all the people were, who all the ghosts were, and that tall man. The tall man is terrifying, and he got me good. Hopefully you could see in the footage me getting scared by him. I've had a few scares tonight, and that was definitely one of them. So I definitely want some more walkthroughs of that one to see everything. The dark hallway returns from Graveyard Games. Very, very, very scary. The people in front of me were long gone, so I was going through the tunnel alone, and it got me. Psychologically, it was scaring me. So we're on a little break, we're catching our breath, and then we have 3 more houses to go, all the tent houses on the back. So that's Scarey, Wicked Grove, and Puppet Theater. So can't wait to see the final houses. It's been a great night so far, and my feet are already feeling it. I definitely need to do some Horror Nights exercise because I'm out of shape. I haven't been walking nearly enough to prep for this. My feet are feeling it. It's about 11 p.m. now, and we have 3 more houses to go.
Now, in the 1900s, there was a terrifying event. It was an earthquake in 1906 in San Francisco, and that's where the Grandeur Theater is. We are now in 1907, where the Pasek Puppet Troupe is locked inside, along with the remainder of the final show in the theater, which was the Urian Republic Ballet. Now these guys are all trapped within this theater, and they're trying to survive, but do more than that, because their mantra is, the show must go on, and that it may. So they gather people and rip them from limb to get creative for their own gory finale. They're gonna create marionettes out of any captive audience. Now, I did have to pull a few strings to get you guys into this house, and it did cost an arm and a leg, so who's gonna give it up? Any volunteers? Nobody? All right, I guess it'll be random or by choice. You guys ready to get into these houses?
Yeah.
Barbara Chop. Mortons make you have teeth. Barbara Chop. Mortons. Here's the breath.
Wow, we're heading into CryptTV, the zone.
And everything, a crazy good time. You guys are awesome.
Yes, thank you so much.
Let's see who we get this time.
Is a weapon. And cut!
Ladies and gentlemen, step by the Hacktion It's time to die!
a great time. And that's gonna end our tour for the opening night of Horror Nights. I'm glad you could join us. I'll talk more back at the hotel. Well guys, it was a wild and crazy night, but we are back in my room in Aventura now, and I wanted to give you a little synopsis of the night. So I warned you it wouldn't be my normal type of vlog because I was on this media tour. So it was very fast paced. It was moving a lot more than I normally do. I normally do a house and then chill for a while. So it's easier for me to talk to you guys and show you what I'm doing, show you the scare zones. Obviously that was not this night, but I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm gonna film some more of the scare zones, likely tomorrow. But it was a wild and crazy night going through all 10 houses, seeing all 5 scare zones. We saw the end of Marathon of Mayhem. We did not make it to the other show, but I'm sure I'll see that at some point in the run. And then at the end of the night, they took us back through icons and case files. So you guys already saw those clips, but we got to do those houses twice, and I got to see Jack reign supreme on the second trip through icons. So I wanted to end this video with some thoughts on the event overall and share my early favorites for houses. I never do an across the board rating off the first weekend because it's the first weekend. The actors still have a lot more practice to get in as far as timing of scares and gelling together as a cast. You guys know I typically end up with my favorite casts and my favorite houses, but it's too soon to judge on that. So instead, I am going to give you my early favorites and kind of let you know which ones are in the front running for my favorites for this year. So far, tied in my #1 spot would be Icons and Wicked Growth. Wicked Growth is that classic Halloween feel to it. You know, it's pumpkins, it's witches, it's everything that you think about with classic Halloween, and that spoke to my Halloween loving soul. Icons speaks to my love of Halloween Horror Nights and all the lore surrounding the icons, and that finale scene is just gorgeous. I thought that I would be most excited to see Jack in the final spot, which we did in the second walkthrough. But let me tell you, the caretaker on the throne at the end was pretty amazing. So I can't wait to see each one get their moment in the spotlight. Another highlight of the night was obviously getting to see the actual Jack, the Jack himself, at the media event at the beginning of the night. That was such a lovely surprise. I am so glad I got to see the real Jack in the flesh at that event. Seeing Jack and Eddie together to kick off the night was definitely a great way to start things off. As far as my other favorite houses, Case Files Unearthed, there's a lot to unearth in this house. There are so many hidden props and there's notes all over the wall, so it's going to take a lot of walkthroughs in order to get the full story, and you're getting a full narrative when you're walking through. And because it was my first couple times going through, I couldn't really 100% pay attention to all the audio. So that one's going to take a lot to get the story. I think the style of it is going to be hit or miss for people. I personally love the campy monsters and the throwbacks to the legions of horror. I love that. I don't know that everyone is going to love that, but I personally loved the humor of the house. I do want to talk about Puppet Theater and Scarey real quickly, and then I'm going to end the video because there's still plenty of the season to discuss the houses coming up. But Puppet Theater has great potential. I don't think I had the best walkthrough. I think I missed quite a few scares. I definitely missed some scares in the finale. Nothing really happened for me, so that one needs more walkthroughs, but it has a lot of potential. Scarey, I feel like you really have to be a Halloween Horror Nights fan to understand what's happening in that house. If you go in that blind, if you've never gone through any of these houses, it's very disjointed. Of course, as a fan, I loved it. I love seeing the callbacks to some of my favorite houses of the past. It was great to see Cindy. Cindy's in the house. It was wonderful to see her. So as a fan, I loved it. If you're someone that hasn't been around the event for years and years, I think the first Cary, Ohio house was in 2008. So if you haven't been around this entire time to see these houses, you're going to be confused. But you can watch my video on Scarey, Cary, Ohio, and get an idea of what you're going to see in the house. So really love the Dead End scenes in that. That was fantastic to be back in Dead End. I'm going to end my thoughts there because I could continue talking forever, but I'm sure this video was long enough as it is. So, like I said, tomorrow night I am back in the parks on my own. Won't be able to film in the houses again because that was a special thing as far as the media night. I'll be back in the scare zones. Brittany's joining me, so I'm not going to vlog a ton because I already vlogged so much in this one, but I'm not going to not vlog Bestie Night at Horror Nights for our first night of the year. So I'll be back with that video in a few days for you guys. But before I completely sign off, I do want to give a big thanks to Universal for having me out as part of HHN Rumors. It was a blast to tweet for HHN Rumors and share things on that account, as well as vlogging for this account, and just having an amazing night at the event. So thank you to Universal for having me out, for letting me be part of the media event. I had a blast, and I hope I get to come back again next year. So with that, I am going to shower, eat the pizza I just picked up, and go to bed. So stay tuned. Another Halloween Horror Nights video coming your way later this week, and then many more trips to Universal and Halloween Horror Nights planned for the next 2 months. So with that, I bid you adieu. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.